And a good morning, softball fans. We welcome you. Championship Sunday here, the 2024 AFA National Championship, coming to you live from St. George, Utah. My name is Chris Aller with the play-by-play. It's going to be a good one today. Clear skies, perfect conditions once again. Championship Sunday. The titles are on the line. This will be a good one here. We're in the 10U division here this morning. Bracket play continues on as just a handful of teams are remaining and vying for a chance to take the championship title here. The 2024 AFA National Championship. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, once again, we're ready to get things started off here this morning. Your head umpires, Marshall will be behind the plate. He'll take care of things, managing the game and balls and strikes, working with Steve down on the infield. Your two umpires. Your head coach for the Firecrackers organization, A.J. Gonzalez. He'll manage things from the dugout with his athletes. And again, on the Mafia 2013 club, we'll have Spotsville head coach there would be Brian Spotsville, assistant Mike Rogers, and Nina Bateman. A good matchup here this morning. The Spotsville coach and their team Mafia, they'll be on the defensive side. They're the home team here. Firecrackers will start things off. Haley Rogers, the right-handed pitcher for the organization, she'll start things off here this morning for the Mafia 2013. Behind the plate in the catching position, Adams will take care of business. She'll do the catching. Over on the first base side in the 3 spot, McDonald over in the 4 position. And Spotsville, she'll take care of business there. In the 5 spot at third, Powell, your shortstop, Martinez Shelton. Coaches are down on the lineups. Marshall, our head umpire, he'll put things in play. We're ready to go. Championship Sunday, game 1 here this morning. Rogers ready to deal. And the ball is up and out. The count is 1-0. The batter number 33, Sophia Flores, the leadoff hitter. She'll pitch for the club on the defensive side. And the ball's out. The count's 2-0. Sophia takes a cut there, fouls it back. Sophia, number 33, pitcher, shortstop. She's interested in the Texas Longhorns as far as collegiate opportunities. Lisby Bates, softball person, very good friends there and fan. Her goal, she says she wants to hit consistently. You can't blame that, and that's certainly a great attitude towards the game. Being consistent is the key. The count is 2-1, says Marshall, our head umpire, as we're early on here this morning. Pitch on the way. And ball 4 on the 3-1 count. So Rogers will put Sophia Flores on board with a walk. Jalen Quintana will step in. Jalen out of Englewood, California. And a strike there. Good looking pitch for Rogers. So Rogers will work ahead in the count. The count is 0-1. Flores over on first base. And a ball chopped foul to the left side. The count is 0-2. So good contact there for Quintana. Rogers ready to deal. And a good pitch. Strike three called. And Haley Rogers, she'll dial one up there and get the strikeout. And one out on the books here as the batter number 5 steps in. McManus. With one out here in the first. And the ball gets away, a passed ball there. And Flores will move up 60 feet to second. So McKenzie, interested in Long Beach State or UCLA as she progresses through her college life. She's into football and soccer. Ball's outside. A 2-0 count. Flores at second for the Firecrackers. We're just starting this game. We're top of the first inning, no score. Haley Rogers ready to deal. Pitch on the way. Good looking pitch. The ball's hit in the gap. And a good move there across. And trouble there at the fence. Rounding third is Flores into second. So a stand-up double and an RBI. So the Firecrackers, Medina, will strike first here. So McKenzie, the 3-hitter, gets on board with the double and an RBI to start it off. Stepping in Madison Brinkley. Ball's outside, the count's 1-0. And a line shot there to the third base side. And rounding, they're going to make a play at home. The throw is held up there. So Madison Brinkley gets into the act and finds herself on board with a single and an RBI, and they put up 2. The 5-hitter, Haley, will step in. Brinkley over on the first base side. Ball is up. The count is 1-0. And a ball is out. The count's 2-0. So Haley, parents Rudy and Myra, plays third base from Lawndale, California. She's interested in UCLA. Pitch on the way. Good pitch on the inside. So Haley Rogers finds the inner half of the plate and gets the strike called. The count is 2-1. Brinkley over at first base. Time is called. Marshall, our head umpire, keeping coaches in the proper area, which is marked off. Pitch on the way. Throw down to second, late there. And the count goes full at 3-2. So a full count. Ball is up, ball 4. So Haley gets on board with a walk. And that'll bring up Laura Lee Navarez. The runners at first and second with one out. And swing and a miss there. The count is 0-1. Her nickname is Lolo. Chris and Jackie Navarez parents here from Montebello, California. Another young athlete interested in UCLA. Why not? One of the best programs in the country. Favorite team, of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pitch on the way. Ball is out. Count goes even to 1-1. Her personal development goals, she says, I just want to become a better softball player. A great attitude towards the game and certainly introspective as an individual player. Bunt is shown. Pitch on the way. Ball's knocked. Gets through on the third base side. Rounding third. And no throw at home. And so like that, Navarez gets on board with a single and an RBI. So 1 out, and the Firecrackers getting things moving early here on the offensive side. Haley Rogers and Mafia 13 looking to get themselves onto the offensive side, trying to minimize any sort of damage here early on. Aria Madrid will step in. Aria hits in the 7 spot. They're going through the lineup here. Pitch on the way. And a ball is up on the inside part of the plate. The count's 1-0. And a strike in the low part of the zone. So Haley Rogers makes the adjustment. And she gets the strike call. Madrid lays off there. And swing and a miss there. So Rogers will work ahead here. Had a ball and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of the first inning. And strike 3 called there, so good pitch there for Rogers as she settles in. And she gets the strikeout. Sofia Vega will step in. Parents Amy and Jose Vega. Hometown La Mirada, California. Looks at a ball. The count's 1-0. She's interested in Washington University. Her goal to play college softball. A lot of these young players here at this age group aspiring, starting their careers early. Slow roller to the third base side. A good grab there. Throw across. A high throw. And coming around third, there's 1 across. They're going to throw the ball in. And 2 come over at third base. They could have a play, and there's a broken play there. On her way, and on an overthrow. And on an overthrow, advancing home to clear the bases. And so the overthrow will bring in 3 runs and in the park. So they will score that as an in-the-park home run. So an in-the-park home run for Sofia Vega will bring 3 over. And it's 6-0 Firecrackers Medina. So they're jumping out early here. Jocelyn Bay steps in. Jocelyn hits in the 9 spot, and a well-hit ball back up center field. They're going to make a throw, and a good effort there, and she'll hold up. So Bay shuts it down and gets on board with a single. Stepping in, Cameron Yuki. nicknamed Cam. Torrance, California. Interested in UCLA. Rogers ready to go. Good looking pitch there for Haley. So Haley settles back down. She's got 2 outs for her club. Team Mafia just trying to get out of the inning here. It's early on in the first. Give them a shot at the plate. High fly ball. Center fielder makes a move. That ball will drop in. And Cameron Yuki gets into the party. And she gets on board with a single. That'll bring up Madison Cruz. Madison, Terry, and Alex, 1 hopper. Should have a play there. And the out's recorded. They'll strand 2, but an in-the-park home run on a couple of overthrow plays there brings them 3 over. It's a 6-0 affair. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Firecrackers Medina over Mafia 13. Mafia 13 will have an opportunity to get on the offensive side. It's early on here. Game number 1 in the 2024 AFA National Championship Sunday here in St. George, Utah. Chris Aller with the call. We will be right back. Well, back to live action here. Mafia gets on board here. Tamara Spotsville. She'll start things off. Samara ready to go. Strike call. The count's 0-1. Samara hits from the right side. Could be a slap hitter. Defense is ranged up at this point in time. She's a shortstop from Murrieta. And a good hit there. So good speed down the line. Is in time. A good defensive play. Samara was down the line quickly. And kind of holding her quadricep on the left side. So stepping in, the 2-hitter, Emma Wade will step in. Emma ready to go here. And takes a good cut there. Fouled off to the left side. Emma from Menifee, California. Parents were into water polo. Takes a swing there. The count's 0-2. And a ball hit to the left side, foul and out of play. And strike 3 called there. The strikeout, or the starting pitcher for the Firecrackers, Sophia Flores. Stepping in, Riley Adams. Parents Tiffany and Justin. And a well-hit ball to the right side, a good barrel. And a solid knock, just foul. So Adams going oppo there. Just foul down the first base side as she steps back in, locked and loaded, looking to get something started for her club. Here in the bottom of the first frame, set up outside. And the count is 1-0. Changeup, back to the pitcher. A good glove there. They go 1-2-3 in the bottom half. We'll head to the top of the second. Firecrackers Medina 6-0 over Mafia 13. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Go back to live action. We're ready to go here, and swung on, fouled off to the left side. And the count is 0-1. So Quintero in the box there. Count 0-1. Chop foul to the left side. Count is 0-2. And strike 3 called up on the outer half. And the strikeout there for Haley Rogers. Stepping in the 3-hitter, Mackenzie McCannis, number 5. And a ball hit back up to the Left side, left center there, gets through just off the shortstop side, off the second base area, and she gets on board. So McCannis gets on board with a single here and 1 out. Maddie Brinkley in. Ball's popped up, fouled straight back and out of play. The count is 0-1. And the count is 1-1. And the ball gets away. And pass ball, the count's 2-1. Runner advances up to second. So a 2-1 count, runner advancing to third. And Haley Rogers is trying to settle in here, the batter number 99. Maddie Brinkley in the box, a 2-1 count. Pitch on the way. Good cut there. So Rogers gets one through. Haley evens things up here at a 2-2 count here in the top of the second. It's a 6-0 affair early on. The Firecrackers striking in the last half on the offensive side. Pitch on the way. And right at home plate, the ball's foul. So Rogers ready to deal there. And pitches up and ball 4. So a walk. And stepping in, the batter number 50. Haley steps in. And runners at the corners here for the Firecrackers in the top of the second. Pitch on the way, ball up in the outer half. The count is 1-0. So Rogers and Mafia in a little bit of a jam here in the top of the second. So an opportunity here again for the Firecrackers. Striking early, pitch on the way. And a ball on the outside part of the plate. An opportunity here knocking here in the top of 2. They lead this one 6-0. So Haley Rogers just trying to settle in. The count's 3-0, says Marshall, our head umpire. Pitch on the way. Inner half low, ball 4. So Rogers finds herself in a tough position as head coach will head out and have a conversation. It might be short work there this morning. So Coach Brian Spotsville is going to make a pitching change here this morning. So Rogers tried to do her best and get her game going and just couldn't get in there. The offense started early. They jumped out on the first half as the Firecrackers put up 6 at their first half at bat. So a change here and a pitching change. Number 17, Samara Spotsville will step in. She'll handle the pitching now and take over. She'll get her warm-up tosses and stay with us. Championship Sunday, the 2024 AFA National Championships here in St. George, Utah. Chris Allard with the call. We will be right back. So Samara Spotsville starts things off with a strike. And the count is 1-1 with the bases loaded. Samara replacing the starting pitch, Haley Rogers, who just didn't have her stuff today. She'll have another opportunity at another time. Pass ball right at home, and all the runners stay locked up here. No movement off of the bases with the bases loaded. And the count goes to 2-1. So Samara with a 2-1 count here on the batter. Ball is up. The count goes to 3-1. So Laura Lee Navarez and a ball cut foul straight back. So Spotsville gets things even here on the batter, Laura Lee Navarez. Laura Lee with Chris and Jackie, her parents here from Montebello, California. She's interested in UCLA. Ball's upstairs, ball 4. So a walk in, and the 7th run there keeps the bases loaded, and that'll bring up Ariana Madrid. Aria will step in. And a strike called there. So Samara locates. The count's 0-1. Chopper, shortstop, a little trouble there. One comes over. And down the line quickly. Madrid gets on board with a single and an RBI. The bases stay loaded. And Sofia Vega will step in. Ball is up, the count's 1-0. And a ball out, the count's 2-0. And a good cut there, foul back. So Spotsville gets her to take a cut and fouls it back. Ball is low, good block out in front at the plate. Adams keeping that out. The count goes to 3-1. And And a strike called. So Samara locates the inner half. Gets the inside third of the plate for the strike call. The count goes full at 3-2. So a full count. And a ball's up, ball 4. So the 9th run comes over on a walk. And that'll bring up JoJo Bay will step in. Jocelyn. She's into swimming, volleyball, martial arts were her parents' sports. She likes Kinsey Hansen from Oklahoma, a fine collegiate player. From Placentia, California. Parents Jennifer and Sam here enjoying things. Interested in UCLA. A lot of UCLA folks interested in the West Coast. Great program. Both in softball and, of course, their baseball program has had success over the years. Bay steps in. Strike on the outside. A good pitch there. So Samara gets one back. A good looking pitch on the outer half. Just needs to settle in a bit here. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. And a ball is just out. Count goes to 2-2. So Jocelyn will step back in. Base is still loaded with the Firecrackers on first, second, and third. Pitch on the way. One hopper there as she comes home and out at home plate. So a good defensive play there. So a smart play on the second baseman. So a good defensive effort there. So 2 outs. And a strike there in the low part of the zone. The count is 0-1, says Marshall, our head umpire. Managing the game here this morning with his partner Steve on the infield. It's the 10U Division Championship Sunday. Another good pitch there for Spotsville. In the 2024 AFA National Championships here, Chris Howard with the call. It's been a great tournament. And everybody vying for the title here. Back up to Spotsville. She'll go to first base and they'll turn the side. They'll pick up extras. It's 9-0. Mafia 13 will get on the offensive side to get things started here. 3 came over. Stay with us. We will be right back. And safe down the first base line. As Natalie Powell gets on board. So a single. Graceland Bateman will step in with no outs here in the bottom of the second frame. So Graceland Bateman in the box there. It's a lefty slapper hitter. Murrieta, she's interested in UCLA. Her mom played softball. Dad played baseball, football, and golfer. And strike three called. So she thought there was a drop three strike there. And she flew down the line thinking it was a drop three. So a drop three strike was actually in play, but Marshall, the head umpire, said no. And so they'll call the out there on Bateman. And one down here. Brooklyn Martinez Shelton steps in, pass ball. Brooklyn from Rowland Heights, California. Kiara Jennings, big fan of. Parents played softball. College she's interested. OU and Tennessee. Two great schools, great softball programs on the national scene. As she steps back in. 1-0 count, ready to go. And fastball. Good swing and a miss there, though. Good pitch for Sophia. Flores stays pitching for the club. And the runner at third for Mafia. And a ball's chopped foul straight back. Count goes to 1-2. And a good stop out in front. So Adams. So McKenzie keeps that out. Ball upstairs and a strikeout there. So Sophia gets the strikeout, and that'll bring up number 29, Haley Rogers. Powell down on the third base side. As Haley steps in, they call her Hey Hey. Swing and a miss on the outside. The count's 0-1. From Lake Elsinore, California, she's interested in a college softball career with Oklahoma and UCLA. Parents played softball, basketball, and football. Her favorite athletic team, she likes Alabama. Swing there, counts 0-2. Her goals, she wants to increase her pitching speed, learn more about pitches. So a good came up charging at home plate. She laid the tag on, and the out's recorded. We'll turn the side over. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Back to live action. We continue to roll on here. We're in the top of the third frame here. Firecrackers Medina 9-0 over Mafia 13. Sofia Flores steps in the box, looks at ball one. The count is 1-0. Flores, pitcher for the Firecrackers, made a good defensive effort at home plate to get the runner coming in from third. As Powell was coming home on the pass ball, but they were able to recover quickly and get the third out. Samara Spotsville stays pitching. She came in for Haley Rogers as Flores steps back in. We're in the third. And a ball's up. And a ball gets away there. Ball four. So Spotsville puts on Sofia Flores. Flores, top of the order for the Firecrackers. That'll bring up the two-hitter, Jalen Quintana. So Quintana steps in with Flores at first. And Samara comes on the inside part of the plate. The count is 2-0. And a strike there. Back pick opportunity. Runner was halfway. So Flores moves up to second. On a strike call. And a ball upstairs. The count goes to 3-1. Ball four. So Quintana gets on board. And Mackenzie McCombs steps in. Mac, they call her, center fielder from Torrance, interested in Long Beach State or UCLA. Beth McCombs here, mom. And a strike call. The count's 0-1. And a runner advances to third, so Flores alert there on the throwback. And takes advantage there and ends up at third. Runners at the corners. And swing and a miss on the outside. Count is 0-2. Spotsville to deal. Strike three called there at the plate. So a strikeout there. The batter number 99 will step in for the Firecrackers. Maddie Brinkley with one out. Madison steps in from Montebello, California, just in Oregon. As far as her college aspirations go, and the and a ball's hit to the left side. That could drop in. Coming in is Sofia Flores from third. They played in the third. And safe at third, and in with the double is Madison Brinkley and an RBI. They pick up one here in their 10th. And the batter number 50 steps in, Haley. Foul tip. Count is 0-1. So Samara looking to get an out here. And a ball is up. Haley again, another interested young athlete in UCLA. Her favorite player, Mookie Betts. The Dodgers having a good season. Her goal, she says, I want to hit for power and hit a home run over the fence. The ball is out. The count is 3-1 here with one out. We're in the top of the third. Runners at second and third. Ball 4. So time called at the plate. And Samara Spotsville will come off, and a pitching change here. And Hendra will come in. She'll take some warm-up tosses. We'll be right back. So Mackenzie Hendra takes over for Samara Spotsville. Hendra, right-hander, gets some warm-up tosses, and you're enjoying the 2024 AFA National Championship Fast Pitch Softball Tournament here in St. George, Utah. Chris Allard with the call. It's been a great tournament. I've had the last 2 days have been outstanding. And we've seen all age groups. We're now looking at some of the younger players. This is the 10U division. I saw 16s, 14s, and 18s yesterday and the day before. And now we're at Championship Sunday. Everybody vying for the opportunity to get in a title match. Two fine organizations with the Firecrackers. Medina jumped out early and continue to roll on here with one out. A 10-0 lead over Mafia 13. So Laura Lee Navarez steps in. They call her Lolo. Parents played football and volleyball. Another big Dodgers fan. Pitch on the way. And a good pitch there. So Mackenzie Hendra comes in. And starts off with the strike. She works ahead in the count. The count is 0-1. And another good pitch on the outer corner. So Hendra has got her stuff as she works here at an 0-2 count on Laura Lee Navarez with one out. And the count is 0-2. Ball center fielder backing up, and a good play there. And safe at home. A good throw in, though, from center field. They get the out. So a good arm from center field and brings it all the way in. They get the fly out, a good grab from center. As Wade makes the grab and fires it in to Adams. And An opportunity there, but just came up a little bit short. So 2 outs on the books. Runners at second and third. High fly ball. Right fielder makes a move. A good effort. She lays it out. 1 will come over. 2 comes over. And on her way to third. And on her way, a broken play at home. Will they have something there? A bang bang play and she's safe. So Aria Madrid with an in-the-park home run. We've seen 1 earlier and the second one here again. So 3 runs come across. And the Firecrackers are on fire. So a visit out to right field from our infield umpire, just to make sure the player's okay. She laid it out and probably had a little bit of the wind knocked out of her. And that's the right fielder, Bateman. Boy, she went hard. And a fine young athlete out there. So McKendra. Looks at strike 1. Madrid with the in the park. Sofia Vega from La Mirada, California. So Mackenzie Hendra looking good there. And just low. Trying to check down the line for an appeal. And she did go. So she gets the strike there. So Adams with a good appeal down the line just to make sure. And she gets the call. The count's 0-1-2. Ball is up. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs. So McKenzie looking for an out pitch here. Vega looking to extend the inning. And the ball's chopped foul. Shortstop, a good grab there and a good throw across is in time. So Martinez Shelton takes care of business there. A 6-3 put out. And Mackenzie Hendra comes in and takes care of business. Good defensive transition for the Mafia group. They'll get on the offensive side. We'll be right back. Well, back to live action. We're ready to go here. Mafia gets on the offensive side. Haley Rogers at the plate. Takes a cut there. The count is 0-1. Sophia Flores continuing pitching for the Firecrackers. And a good pitch there for Flores. Swing and a miss on the inner half. The count is 0-1. Stephen Marilyn Rogers, parents, mom and dad. Happy Father's Day, too, by the way, to all the dads out there. And Sophia Flores gets the strikeout. Zoe McDonald will step in. Lauren and Ryan McDonald, parents here with the family and doing their thing. She's interested in OU in Texas as she pursues her future in college. She's interested in track and basketball. Her parents were athletes. She's a big Padres fan, Fernando Tatis Jr. She's looking for an OTFHR. Can't blame her. Good cut there. So a good cut off the barrel for Zoe McDonald. So Zoe locked and loaded. She's looking to get something going here. As our umpire Marshall puts it in play. Changeup, good hit, well hit ball. And that just gets over outside the reach of the second baseman for the Firecrackers. So a lot of love coming from the Mafia side for Zoe McDonald getting on board with a single. That brings up Mackenzie Hendra. Mackenzie came in pitching, and Sophia Flores spins one up, and the count is 0-1. Ball's hit to third. They go a high throw there. They get one, and out at second, they get the advancing. And the ball is up to Sophia. Well, the runner takes off. Spotsville looks at a 2-0 count. Samara, opportunity here. Runner at second. And a ball is down. And on board, Spotsville will find herself with a walk. And runners at first and second. Emma Wade will step in as the Mafia offense is starting to put some players in position here. And they're bottom of the third inning. So Emma Wade gets a little bit of motivation from her head coach, Brian Spotsville. But 2 outs on the books as Emma will step in. And a good screwball there. Lots of spin on that. And fouled off to the right side. The count is 0-1. Sunshine out on the field clearly today. Beautiful blue day and a strike on the outside. So Flores dials things up here. And the count is 0-2 with runners at first and second. A good swing there. So Emma Wade takes a nice cut there. Right off the barrel, just fouls it off, straightens that out. That's a solid hit for her. A nice looking swing for Emma Wade. From Menifee, California. Her parents played water polo. Coach Brian talking things up for Emma. You love to see that in coaches. He cares about his players, second to none. He's always in there for them. And a well-hit ball, one hopper, a little trouble there. And coming home, charging there, coming across. There's no play there. They go to second for the tag. Out, the advancing runner, but the run will score. So Hendra comes across, and Mafia will bring one over. So Mafia gets on the boards, and we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Stay with us. You're enjoying the 2024 AFA National Championships here in St. George, Utah. Chris Aller with the call. We hope you've enjoyed it. And again, we'd like to thank everybody that's enjoying watching these games throughout the course of the last few days. And we are in Championship Sunday. We'll continue to roll on. You're enjoying the 10U division. We will be right back. So as we get ready to go here in live action to continue on, the batter number 32 will step in. Jocelyn Bay, they call her JoJo, her nickname. And Mackenzie Hendra stays pitching. Hendra's done a nice job coming in. As Coach Brian Spotsville makes the official change with our head umpire Marshall, working with his infield umpires. Steve down on the first base side. So the substitution's made. It's official, gets in the scorebook. They'll get that locked in, and we'll continue play. We'll be doing multiple games today. Back-to-back here on field 2, and then we're going to move out and go over to another location for the continuation here and play today. Hendra dials one up there. The count's 1-0. So JoJo steps back in. And Mackenzie spins one up there. Ball's just up, elevation. It counts 2-0. And a good pitch on the inner half. So Mackenzie comes inside and gets the strike called. She puts one on the books, the 2-1 pitch. And Bay takes a cut, fouls it back. Hendra evens things up. It's a 2-2 count. Low off the barrel and a good grab there. And shortstop. So Martinez Shelton takes care of that one. And the first out's recorded. Stepping in. Strike on the outside. Good pitch there. Cameron Yuki, they call her Cam. Count is 0-1. And the ball is low there. The count goes to 1-1. And a ball up, the 2-1 count. Richard and Liv Yuki, parents. Another UCLA interested athlete. Dad played baseball and basketball. Good pitch there, strike right in the upper part. So Hendra evens things up here in a 2-2 count with 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th frame. We are through 3 complete as Hendra spins it up. Shortstop, good grab there. Across the deck is in time. So good play at shortstop again for Martinez Shelton. So 2 outs. And stepping in, Madison Cruz. And hit by pitch at the plate. Correction, that's number 33 I had. We'll get back to that one, get the correct player for you. My apologies, that was Sofia Flores. So Flores gets on board, hit by pitch. As Sofia walks that one off. And stepping in, Jalen Quintana. And Quintana with a big cut there. So Jalen takes a swing, fouls it off to the right side and out of play. The ball gets back into the field. Flores back to first. And Mackenzie Hendra ready to go. She spins one up, the ball's out. The count's 1-1. Ball is up. They got a little trouble there, possibly. Flores shuffling her feet around off the first base side. Adams came out quickly, like she might have been throwing down, but Flores shuffled back. And the count is 2-1. High fly ball. Center fielder backing up. Over her head, that drops in. And they're going to bring home the runner here at home. Is there a play there? Flores will score. So a double. And Flores comes across. The batter number 5 will step in. Mackenzie McCombs. Mackenzie with a runner at second and 2 outs for Mackenzie Hendra and the Mafia. And a good pitch. The ball's hit hard to the right side. And a great grab in right field. That'll turn it over. So an excellent grab. Bateman, who's been really aggressive out there on some long balls. And a well-hit ball, but Bateman's all over it. The out's recorded. We'll head to the bottom half. Mafia 13 gets on the offense. We will be right back. Championship Sunday, the 2024 AFA Fast Pitch National Championships. Chris Schaller with the call. Stay with us. Well, back to live action here as we continue to roll on Championship Sunday in the AFA National Championship Tournament here. Glenn Messick, the director, doing an outstanding job. His entire staff, you can't say enough positive things about what they do behind the scenes. It's Glenn and his staff and really the people that are day in and day out. You don't often hear about those folks, but there's so many of these people that I've had a chance to meet, the umpires, the operations teams. A huge thank you to every one of those people for what they do day in and day out. They make a difference, and the experience truly second to none for these families and athletes. Well, we're ready to go here. Bottom four. Mafia. And a pitching change for the Firecrackers. Number 99 on the hill, Maddie Brinkley. Good fastball there. The count is 1-0. She's a little upstairs on that pitch. And again, the riser a little bit high out of the zone, and the count is 2-0. So Adams, the catcher. Riley trying to get something going here. Pitch on the way, and better location there for the pitcher, Maddie Brinkley. And good pitch, just up and in. Fastball again, rising, but a 3-0 count. So Adams, a possibility of getting on here with a walk. The ball is low. Count is 3-2. And ball four. So Maddie Brinkley comes in for the Firecrackers. She'll put the first batter on board, and Natalie Powell will come in. So Adams gets on board with a walk, and Powell will step in. Natalie comes in as a slapper hitter. So Powell lays off there, and Natalie steps in. Looks like she's fired up, ready to go. And a big cut there. Strike on the outside. The count goes to 1-1. Natalie, hometown in LA, California, interested in UCLA. Dad was a baseball player. Good cut, fouled off to the left side. So Powell looking to get something going here. Becca and Earl parents, and a pass ball will move Adams up 60 feet to second, and a 2-2 count to Powell. She says her personal goals, learning to control her emotions and be the best hitter she can be. Positive attitude there. Pitch on the way. And strike on the outside, low part of the zone. And I'll tell you, she looked at that one. So strikeout there. And Gracelyn Bateman steps in. Bateman, slapper. Steps in, ready to go. Pitch on the way. Adams shuffling around off of second base. You've got one out on the books. The count's 1-0. Kevin and Nina Bateman, parents. And good effort right in the dugout on the Mafia side. And the count is 1-1. As I mentioned, mom played softball, dad baseball, football, golf, comes from an athletic family. Tyra Jennings from OU is her favorite player. And a ball is out. The count's 2-1. So Maddie Brinkley spinning things up for the Firecrackers here in the bottom of the fourth. And strike there. So a 2-2 count. And another attempt there for Bateman on the slap hit, fouls it off. The count holds it 2-2. Well, as I mentioned, we're in Championship Sunday, the final day of the 2024 AFA National Championships. Enjoying the 10U division here as we're wrapping up bracket play. And the count goes full to Bateman at 3-2. Bateman steps in, locked and loaded. Maddie to wind it up, ball 4. So caught in a pickle here. And the out is made there. So the runner gets out. Bateman gets on board with a walk. And the runner's out over on second. They're down to their final out here in the bottom of the fourth with the run rule that would come into play. As the run rule is 12 at 4 innings, and Mafia is the home team. So they're going to run for Bateman, and they'll send in number 22. So Darris comes in. as Brooklyn Martinez steps in. Dagny steps in. Parents Joe and Diana, second baseman from Temecula, California. Dad played baseball, wrestled. Her favorite player, Mookie Betts. So Dagny over on the first base side with good speed. And Brooklyn Martinez Shelton in the box here ready to go. And so Marshall, our head umpire, quick water there for the pitcher. Maddie Brinkley, we're ready to go here with 2 outs. Change up. The count's 1-0. Dagny on first base. Shelton trying to get something started and continued here. Throw down to second base, a high throw. And Dagny gets in with a stolen base. So Davis moves up 60 feet. So she takes off from first and gets a stolen bag. Love to see her support from her teammates in the dugout. This team's fired up. They're trailing by 14. That's really what it's all about, regardless of the score. And the count is 3-1. Ball 4. So brings up Haley Rogers with runners at first and second. So a little bit of communication. I think they're talking about the clock, and I believe the clock is expired. We're in the bottom half of the 4th frame, so time is exhausted. This will be the end of the inning regardless because of time, as Mafia 13 trying to continue to extend the innings. On the other hand, the Firecrackers trying to close it out. Maddie Brinkley spins one up and gets the strike. So Haley Rogers looks at the first strike pitch. Runners at first and second. Davis at second. Shelton at first. And a fastball, good pitch there. And the count is 0-2. They're down to their final strike with 2 outs. An 0-2 count. Haley Rogers locked in. And a drop 3 strike. That ball is cleared, and Rogers gets on board. So Zoe McDonald will step in with the bases loaded. And I think they're knocking on the door here to extend this, even though that's not possible because the time has expired, but they'll finish the inning off regardless. It's 0-2. Ball is low. The count is 1-0. Unfortunately, we've exhausted the clock, but they can chip away here at the score. And a strike on the outside. Swing and a miss. The count goes to 1-1. And another ball on the outside. Swing and a miss. So they're down to their final strike. It's a 1-2 count for Maddie Brinkley and the Firecrackers. Maddie ready to go. Zoe McDonald locked in. And strike three. That'll do it, and that's the ball game. So the Firecrackers, they pull it off in fine fashion. Their bats just got started early, and they didn't shut the train down. They kept it rolling. They did a fine job. And congratulations to the Mafia 13 club and Coach Brian Spotsville and their young athletes. These 10U players are truly the future in the game. Congratulations to both teams. And sportsmanship will prevail, as it does always, and that's what it's about. Chris Allard with the call. Championship Sunday, the 2024 AFA National Championship. Thank you to Marshall, our head umpire, and Steve, his partner. This one is officially in the books. The Firecrackers club take the win. They will move on. Mafia will live to play another day. For now, we'll say so long from St. George, Utah. We'll see you soon.